from the DoubleTree in Orange, California. I'm Beth Graham, joined by the editor-in-chief of Ring Magazine, Doug Fisher. And if it feels like there's people having dinner, because they are, it's Thompson Boxing's Night of Champions. Normally with the DoubleTree in Ontario, where they have the beer flowing and the nachos, tonight we class up the joints. It's where the VIPs of Thompson Boxing shows up. You notice
black tie
affair for Doug Fisher, and there's a lot of people in the crowd that are going to experience boxing for the first time. Now, we know you on the Facebook stream know all about it. It's the last card of the night. We've had fights in New York. We've had fights at, I was going to say StubHub, but it's a Dignity Park Health in Carson. Those are done. Now it's Bethel Durant and Doug Fisher taking you home on Saturday night. Doug, this feels like we should be whispering right now, right?
It does, but we don't have to because this isn't just people having dinner. They're here for some prize fighting. Yeah. And as awesome as World Championship fights in Las Vegas are, or you know, at AT&T Stadium, there's something very special about club fights because you're sharing the same room with them. Yeah. And half the people who are here are family, friends, and teammates of these pugilists who get in there. Yeah. And the other half, they don't know them from Adam. And the great thing is the people who were just here to enjoy some good food and some wine and some boxing, they're going to be sitting right next to and rubbing elbows with these people who are emotionally invested in this. Yeah. And so they learn about boxing from a different perspective, and everyone has a great time.
It's a boxing dinner show here at the DoubleTree in Orange, California, a few blocks away from Disneyland. And the main event tonight features a fighter that's undefeated, Ukrainian. No, it's not Lomachenko, but he is somebody to keep an eye on.
Taras Shelestyuk. He was on the Ukrainian national amateur team with Vasily Lomachenko and Alexander Usyk. He was an amateur world champion. He was an Olympic bronze medalist. His nickname is The Real Deal. That was true in the amateurs. Is it true as a professional? He's unbeaten, but he hasn't really beaten anybody. So the time is now. The guy's 33 years old, so I'm going to be looking really closely at his form, and I'm going to determine whether or not this guy can make a step forward.
There'll be 3 fights coming your way. It's a smaller fight card because of the type of atmosphere tonight. Brandon Trejo, whether he's checking in from Napa, unable to get going tonight. His opponent did not pass a medical that every single fighter takes before they walk into the ring tonight here at the hotel. So Brandon Trejo, for those of you from Napa, will not be fighting. Maybe we'll get Brandon on the broadcast. Losito Lopez will be joining us. Michael Dutchover, Sal Sanchez, and a lot of the Thompson Boxing fighters are in attendance. They're all cleaned up, too. Some of these guys, I had to fix them with their ties. They
I didn't recognize them.
Yeah, I didn't know either, and we'll have them coming through here. As always, the Facebook show, you interact with us. We will read it. We will go with you. We'll let everybody know what's going on. We guarantee you there'll be 3 good fights coming your way. And right now, we're going to take you back and look at some highlights of Thompson Boxing from 2018 and 2019. 18 minutes. If you have something to do right now, good chance to go and catch up on who these young fighters are. Richard Brewer had a huge knockout. Michael Dutchover had huge knockouts. The Thompson Boxing stable, Doug, is a strong young core. You really like what you see from them, don't you?
I always do. And the great thing about Thompson Boxing is that they know how to develop talent. And they're going to test these guys, and maybe they fall short once or twice, like Danny Roman.
Yep.
But if they keep at it, they're going to advance to the next level and the next level, and some of them have gone on to be world champions.
One of them being Danny Roman. He's in attendance tonight. Ruben Villa will be fighting a couple weeks from now, so we know everybody's watching us from all over the world. Make sure you guys check in, and when you do check in, let us know where you're at. We love you in Australia. We love you in Saudi Arabia and Dubai. They do check in as always. You can go and tweet Dougie Fisher, D-O-U-G-I-E, Fisher, and he'll take care of you. I'm Durant Sports, but Dougie's the one that gives you all the real answers. We're here for you from Thompson Boxing, Night of Champions at the DoubleTree in Orange. Now let's look back at some of the highlights from 2018 and earlier this year. Edward Colante is the third man in the ring. Let's check out the teletape, Steve Kim.
And this is interesting. 125.6 for Ricardo Lopez. Word is at the weigh-in he was very, very dry and struggled to.
Edward Colante is the third man in the ring. Let's check out the teletape, Steve Kim.
And this is interesting. 125.6 for Ricardo Lopez. Word is at the weigh-in he was very, very dry and struggled to make weight. We'll see. How much does he have left? He's significantly lighter than we saw him back in March when he gave Michael Dutchover a very good fight back in Orange, California.
And Dutchover is trained by Danny Zamora. Ruben Villa managed by Danny Zamora. As we're here for the main event. What's up, Kevin Napoleon and Carson Nappy? Appreciate you. Go listen to his music. I'm wide awake, Guru, baby. It's the main event. When you love what you do, you never fall asleep. Unlike you at your job. If Villa gets hit, he'll also slip. And I'm right there with you, Ace. Shout out to Three Flowers. Ruben Villa the fourth. Trained by Max Garcia in Salinas, California. Second time he's the main event. 21 years old, 11-0, 4 KOs. Did a lot of work at Robert Garcia Boxing Academy. 3 weeks he was there. His main sparring partner, Hector Tanahara, the 130-pounder for Golden Boy.
Tanahara just won last week against Roger Gutierrez at the Velasco Theater. The last time we saw Villa, he basically had to fight for 2 men as Marlon Olea simply did not want to engage. Let's see if Villa can make a bit of a statement here. You know, again, it's not just enough to win, but you want to leave an impression. Are you the type of guy that's going to be entertaining to a point that fans are going to want to see you?
Especially when you're on as a main event fighter. You want to sell some tickets. You know you're going to have the hometown crowd coming up for you from Salinas. But when you're on the worldwide Thompson Boxing feed, you gain new fans with styles. RB4, the nickname, Ruben Villa the fourth. Ricardo Lopez out of Tijuana. Gym is Zona Norte. Anything Villa does tonight is going to get a positive reaction from the crowd. It looks like tonight he has a partner that's willing to engage and dance with him in Ricardo Lopez. And Lopez, when you mentioned that fight against Dutchover, talking with Danny Zamora, he said that was a fight where Dutchover made it difficult for himself. Dutchover didn't want to box, he wanted to brawl.
And coming into that fight, it didn't look that difficult on paper, given the fact that Lopez in his previous bout had been stopped in 2 rounds. Sometimes you just don't know what version of a fighter you're getting on a particular night.
And Lopez bringing a lot of people on the Facebook. Saludos a todos los fans de Ricardo Lopez que están mirando esta noche. As Ruben Villa, good shots.
Tijuana, Mexico, facing the undefeated Ruben Villa.
Gilbert Tafoya, we appreciate you watching tonight. Sixth round of action. I mean, at this case, might as well go the distance, man. We've had everybody go, like, why stop it early? Go the distance. Let's get 48 rounds in tonight.
You know, Beto, I think this is going to be the problem for Villa at the world-class level. He's got a lot of skills, a lot of speed, very good boxing IQ. He does have a lack of power. I just wonder if that's going to really be the one thing that holds him back from getting to that upper echelon of this division. Most world-class fighters have that ability to stop people at a certain level. I don't know if Ruben Villa has that.
Kind of a Joseph Diaz-esque?
Yeah, and again, Joseph, you saw him, fought very gamely May 19th against a very good fighter by the name of Gary Russell, and you just wonder, what if he had a little bit more than warning track power?
And power is born?
Power is born, it is not made. You're either born with that eraser or you don't have it. Now, there's different ways to skin a cat. Now, everything else in terms of Ruben Villa, speed, class, technique, intelligence is all there.
Yeah.
But again, when that is matched, power becomes a very important variable. But Villa's looked very good today inside the pocket, moving in and out, being quick on the trigger, beating Lopez to the punch, and then moving out of the way. But again, what happens, let's say 2 years down the line, when Shakur Stevenson or guys of that ilk?
Ruckus, man, you know what, Ruckus? Let me get my soapbox about you. Nobody's talking about Diaz fighting Villa. There's a comparison. They're both southpaws. They both don't have that one-hitter-quitter punching power. So you're going to go and say, Diaz beat Villa, come on. Don't come on with me when you're the guy who has a show. You should know better to know that we're not making a fight here. We're making a comparison. It's what people do. Like they compare white athletes to white athletes. We're comparing lefties to lefties. Yeah. Chauncey Billups, shout out. All right, I'm done with you, Ruckus. Like, geez, bro. I expect better from you. You're sponsored by Casa Mexico. Oh, good shot.
But see, this is what oh! Wow.
As we were talking about the power, Ruben must have heard it, and he hit him with the right. Lopez is staggered What a shot. We both said, oh. Lopez doesn't know where he's at right now. Oh, he's staggering back. Villa going in to end this fight. Oh, snapping back the head with the left. Survival mode from Lopez to Moreno. Somebody end this right now. This is too much.
What's he waiting
get out of there.
What is he waiting for?
He's standing on his feet, but it's only, come on now. What are you doing? That's it, Jeez. Finally. Jeez.
Well, Beto, that's the statement I wanted to see.
Yeah.
By way of a knockout, and still undefeated from Salinas, California, Ruben, RB4,
Tail of the tape, Michael Dutchover, 20 years old. He has a 3-inch height advantage. Both men weighing in within a half pound of each other. We are going 8 rounds in this lightweight contest. Dutchover from Midland, Texas, about 5 hours from Dallas, and obviously a Cowboy fan, judging by his trunks. On March 17th, Dutchover kicked off his year with a 6-round decision over Ricardo, not Benito Lopez. It was a very, very tough fight. In fact, fought a little bit too much for the liking of Danny Zamora, who was not really happy with that performance. And then on May 11th, he knocked out Mike Fowler in 3 right here at this venue. Left hook to the body. And Josecito, one of the things that Zamora really stresses is controlling things with the jab. And he says about Michael Dutchover, wants to make sure he doesn't fight too much, wants to incorporate a little bit more boxing. It's always that fine balance, isn't there?
Yeah, I think Michael Dutchover so far in this round has really dictated the pace, using the ring very well, not over-moving or overusing too many punches. He's really using ring generalship really well.
Oh, and there's a good left hook by Dutchover over the top. Dutchover's been very sharp here early on in the first half of round number 1, utilizing the ring and beating Ramirez to the punch.
Yeah, I like that Michael's using his jab, body and head, and mixing it up. You know what? You can't take Sergio too lightly. He does have 2 losses, but those 2 losses are against undefeated fighters, one 8-0 and one 7-0 earlier this year. And he's been fighting a lot, man. He has 6 fights, and he made his debut in October of 2017.
Right.
So busy year.
And as I mentioned before, he has not been knocked out, so he's one of these guys. He's going to give you quality, hard, tough rounds.
Yeah, he will, and it seems that he might be having a pretty heavy-handed punch. He does have 4 knockouts in his 4 victories. And Michael really trying to dig into the body and slow down a little bit of Ramirez's output.
Another right hand to the body by Dutchover. Right hand again downstairs. And that punctuates a very effective first frame for the young man from Midland, Texas. Going back on Facebook, Rudy Hernandez and Emilio Sanchez are watching. Evening, gentlemen.
All right, we're looking at the replay. Michael Dutchover really made good contact in this round, really got attention to Sergio, and dictated the pace of the round. Used the ring very well and was able to get off the better shots.
And Mariah Morin saying Midland in the house. praying for a good, safe, clean fight. Carlos Duenas, Team Phoenix, checking in. Jay Nahar is watching. Welcome aboard. Gerardo Osuna checking in. And we begin round number 2 here, scheduled for 8 in the lightweight division. This is the first 8-rounder for Dutchover, who was co-promoted by Banner Promotions and Thompson Boxing.
Oh, Michael Dutchover off to a good start in this second round, really using the distance quite well and landing some good shots to the body.
Dutchover has spent significant time in the camp of WBO champion Oscar Valdez, who absolutely tears through.
Oh! Whoa! Over right hand,
It's
landed clean on the button and puts him down.
It looked like he feinted with the jab low and a right hand over the top.
And hopefully all is well.
And take us through it.
Oh, well, Dutchover dictating the pace, finding a spot, and really lands a good right hook over the top, landing clean on the button and puts him out.
Oh, and there was no feinting, there was no jab.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight comes to a sudden and dramatic end with an official time of 43 seconds of the second stanza. Your winner, by way of knockout, still undefeated, Michael Dutchover.
I'm Doug Fisher.
These guys match up physically very well. They're the same height. Reyes has a very slight reach advantage, and he is 5 years older at age 25.
As Jose Licea says, Brewer looks Latino, man. Well, you got the Jesus on your shoulders. You know who he is. Rancho Cucamonga, 951 on his trunks.
Reyes starting fast with his jab. I like that.
Man, let's see here. Brewer has the tattoo on the arm, so you can tell the difference. Reyes got green, white, and red on the trim. And who allowed them both to wear white trunks? I gotta know. Right there, Moncho, I agree with you. I got the one in the white trunks. Brewer, 3-0, 1 KO. Started boxing when he was 12. He's done good work. Body shot. He sparred with Mauricio Herrera, which is never easy.
That's excellent work. That's an education right there.
Joshua Conley also. Abel Reyes, y saludos a todos los que están mirando en México, de Reynosa. Started boxing at 12. Is currently a medical student, they say. Ray Corona said keep it going.
Saying he's hurt. Like maybe it was a hip shot. Yeah, he's taking a knee. Something.
Reyes is saying he got hit in the back.
Yeah, maybe the kidney area, but maybe it's affecting his leg, like a sciatic nerve or something like that.
Corona said get up, so Reyes takes a knee here.
I tell you what, if a boxer's legs aren't under him, he can't punch with any sort of authority. He certainly can't move.
He gets caught with that left hook. Body shot from Brewer. Brewer giving his fans something to cheer about here early in the first.
And Reyes took a voluntary knee.
Yep.
Is this automatically a 10-8 round for Brewer? I think so. Reyes didn't go down from a punch, but it was sort of like a delayed effect from a shot. But maybe there's some question if that shot was a legal punch. I don't know.
Well, Ray Corona ruled that it was legal. ¿Qué pasó, Jared Ramirez Dávalos? Saludos. And you're right, Oscar Ortiz, these are hard shots. We can hear them right here at ringside. Brewer's sitting down. Reyes lands it right.
Yeah, Brewer is committing to his punches. He's the aggressor, but he's also the counter-puncher in this matchup. Judging by the records, Reyes is supposed to be the guy with the power. But just looking at their physiques, Brewer is the more athletic of the two. and he seems to have put on more weight after the weigh-in.
Final seconds of the opening round. This was scheduled for 4. Richard Brewer, Abel Reyes. Double tree in Ontario. 19th year of Thompson Boxing. TB presents. All right, Robert Vial writes, why does this dude always bag on the dudes that go out there and do interviews? Robert, explain yourself. What are you talking about? Oscar Ortiz, Fisher, if you don't know, who's going to know? Question about taking a knee. Let's look at the replay.
Well, let's find out. Yeah, so he stops, and the ref is not breaking the action. He's complaining about the pain, takes a knee in the red corner. See, I would count that as a knockdown. I would count this as a 10-8 round. Definitely Brewer won the round, even without Reyes taking the voluntary knee.
What up, Sam Espinoza? Best seat in the house, live streaming. Now share it. Make sure you guys share it. Aaliyah Blanco, another win. Let's go, cousin Richard. How come you're not here, Aaliyah? Watching your cousin. Siete Barrios. Robert Villarreal. Yeah, I had a snide comment about dudes that hold phones to conduct interviews. Boxing media.
Oh, that's what he was referring to.
And it's not, big right, it's not snide. I'm legit questioning some of those guys.
Well, and you're also just pointing out editors do a hell of a lot more than that.
We were talking.
I know that because I've done both jobs. I've been a reporter. I've been behind a camera. You know, I've done that. I've done on-camera work. There's nothing like being the editor of a publication and a website.
And Robert.
Oh, nice uppercut followed by a hook.
Yeah.
Reyes thinks he's got something.
Oh, Brewer with the big right. Good exchange here in the second round.
That was a nice comeback right cross from Brewer. I like Brewer's temperament.
Yeah.
He is a fighter. And he just has that look. You look at his face, you look at his eyes, there's an intensity there.
Body work from Brewer again.
Yeah, supremely confident in there.
You can hear the punches. Left hook from Brewer.
I hear it from both guys.
Yep. Reyes not too shabby himself. Dinamita.
Yeah, Reyes doesn't have the athletic physique, and his technique isn't as tight. Oh! Knockout!
And it's over!
Knockout!
Wow!
Wow!
Big knockout from Richard Brewer.
Wow! I am impressed.
Doctor in the ring immediately.
Yes. In fact, they should take the mouthpiece out right now so we can get more oxygen.
Let's look at the knockout
and
here.
It was a right cross, and I think it was the timing of the punch. He let it go just at the right time, just as Reyes was loading up.
We're going to slow it down. Get out of the way, Ray Corona.
Oh, come on, Ray.
Sorry, let's go. Hey, hold on. We're just teasing you. We got reverse angles.
We got another angle.
Let's go, reverse angle. Go ahead, Doug. Take this.
A jab from Reyes. Brewer to stalking. Boom. That was just timing. That was perfect timing.
Declaring your winner by way of a knockout and still undefeated from Rancho Cucamonga, California, Richard Brewer Jr.
And hope you enjoyed those knockouts from last year and earlier this year. Actually, we were just talking with Richard Brewer about that knockout. He says he'll be fighting very, very soon. Beto Duran alongside Doug Fisher, the editor-in-chief of the Ring magazine. Dougie, that's pretty cool though when the fighters, especially you just said it to them, the social media age, you get a knockout, it goes viral, people pay attention to you.
Yeah, I was telling Richard, I was asking him if his social media followers have grown, and he said after that knockout, he gained like 600 followers. And I told him that's the magic of knockouts and the magic of social media working together. And now, the next time he fights, there's going to be a lot more eyeballs on him. On that stream, they're going to be looking for him.
It's a different world than 2019. We have a stream for you right here on Facebook, and also the Thompson YouTube page is up there for you, also the website. And as always, when you step it up, what happens? You bring Lupe Contreras into the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, entering the ring, Miguel Ángel Moreno.
Making his pro debut, Miguel Ángel Moreno from Monterrey, Mexico.
And he's making this pro debut at age 30, so that does tell you a lot about him.
Yep.
He's into this.
Oh,
I like his walkout
I
music.
was waiting for you to say
And it is going to be a jungle in there. I mean, he's got to be ready for everything.
I was waiting for you to say all the rock music. That is a demand of Doug Fisher.
Oh, I always sign off on some rock, especially from the 80s. Come on.
It's a classic though. Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah, but you got to figure this dude wants to be in there. If he's turning pro at age 30, he wants that experience bad. So let's see what he's got.
His opponent, Arnold Dinong.
Oh, a little Seven Nation Army for Arnold Dinong. The Hawaiian Pitbull is his nickname. Iwa Beach, Hawaii, training in Northern California. Saw him recently in Salinas.
Give me your scouting report on him.
Very young,
Yes.
but in his boxing time, but also a fighter that was real patient there. My goodness, the name escapes me. The Hawaiian guy that trains Bruno Escalante. That's who he's in camp with. So
that's
Bruno
not
was there with him. So Dinong is very nice. And for Alex Campanova and Thompson Boxing to bring him back after seeing him once, there's something there.
I'm looking forward to watching him.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to welcome you all to the Doubletree, Orange, California. It is Thompson Boxing Promotions Night of Champions. Tonight's bouts are being sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. Executive Officer is Andy Foster. We start the evening with this bout set for 4 rounds or less in the featherweight division. Our 3 judges scoring the bout at ringside are Ron Stevens, Edward Hernandez, and Wayne Hedgepeth. Our referee in charge of the action is Sharon Sands. Introducing first, the fighter standing in the red corner. He enters the ring wearing the black trunks trimmed in gold. When he stepped on the scale, he weighed in at an official 127 pounds. And tonight, here at Night of Champions, he is making his professional debut. Fighting out of Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico, El Regio, Miguel Ángel Moreno. His opponent across the ring in the blue corner, wearing black with gold and white trim, he weighed in at an official 125.5 pounds. And he enters the ring tonight here at Night of Champions, an undefeated professional with 3 victories. One of his victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Eva Beach, Hawaii, the Hawaiian Pitbull, Arnold Dinong.
Miguel, you received your instructions. I expect a good, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Keep the punches up, touch gloves, come out at the bell. Thank you.
Sharon Sands is our referee tonight, Doug.
Yeah, and here's the tale of the tape. Dinong is the younger man at age 24. He is the taller man by 2 inches, and he has a slight reach advantage.
And aloha to everybody watching us in the 808. Arlene Dinong, Sabrina Campbell, Matt McKinney, everybody that's watching it in Hawaii. So if you're in Hawaii, the sun's probably still out, so share it. Arnold Dinong with the white gloves. He's 3-0, has a KO, has some potential. They like him. It's the 3rd time appearing on a Thompson card.
I like his form so far. This is my first time seeing him fight. live or otherwise.
Yeah, when I saw him in Salinas, he came out. I talked to him briefly beforehand. He said lives in Northern California now.
Yeah, I think Daly City.
Daly City, that's where you, as he said, Hawaii's good, but to get the work, the quality sparring, got to make the move to the mainland. He's 24 years old. You hear the punches landing. 30-year-old Miguel Angel Moreno making his debut, and our report from Pierre Casintas, who does a great job giving us a scouting report and notes for every single fight on Miguel Moreno. Yep, making his debut. That's what we got.
That's all we know about him.
He might be one of those parts unknown wrestlers.
I'll tell you what, he's game. There's some aggression there, and he understands that he can't compete with Dinong on the outside, Dinong being the taller, rangier fighter and also the faster fighter with the better technique. Moreno's only chance is to get inside and to mix it up.
Arnold got that chiseled body, wearing the Grant gloves. Got the snack on the trunk, so you know that Victor Conti exposure out there.
Yep, Snack Gym is Bay Area. Daly City is Bay Area. And I tell you what, if you're a really good Filipino fighter or a fighter of Filipino descent, you can build up a fan base pretty quickly out there. And, you know, one day fight at a decent-sized venue, maybe like in San Jose or so.
Well, the Hawaiian Pit Bull, Arnold Dinong. It's our opening bout of the night. 2 more fights, Angel Ruiz, and then the main event, Taras Shelestyuk, the Ukrainian.
Dinong is proving to be a thinking boxer. He's got fast hands, and he's found a home for that left hook.
He cracked it with that left hook. It's nice.
Moreno smiles at him, so like I said, he's definitely game.
Got kick, caught again, Moreno. It's one thing to spar, another thing to look amateur, but when you make a pro debut, and they're giving you a fighter with the nickname of Pit Bull. Final seconds of the opening round. Bethel Duran, Doug Fisher, and you. Thompson Boxing from the Doubletree in Orange. Night of Champions. But keep the comments coming. Let's see what we got here on the Facebook.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to acknowledge our proud sponsors for making tonight's Night of Champions a tremendous success. Belgard Pavers and Hardscapes, Corral, Cal Portland, Semco, Cement, Chandler Aggregates Incorporated, Clark Dietrich, Commercial Bank of California, De Acero, El Dorado Stone, and Easy Mix.
Reina Liz Guillermo, what's happening? Alicia Rivero. Hello, hello. Christian Pasqua. You're watching Arnold Dinong and Miguel Angel Moreno. And Dinong, if you're related to him, just write down that you're related to him. We'll believe you today.
That happens every show, right? Somebody, somebody
usually
comments in and says, hey, I'm related to this guy.
Yeah, and usually I'll call him out on it. But, you know, the Hawaiians, hey, everybody's family in Hawaii. Chris Briones. You know Miguel Moreno? You guys call him Mikey? ¿Sí se llama Mikey?
Well, Mikey's fighting like a pit bull. Dinong's fighting like a sweet technician in there.
Yeah, he's smooth.
Yeah, he moves around the ring really well. He works off his jab, puts his punches together well, doesn't waste a lot of shots.
But that's also something, too, that comes with ring experience, right, Doug? They calm down.
Yeah, he's mature. I mean, he only has 3 fights under his belt, but I think he had some kind of amateur background.
Yes, he did.
And he's 24. He's not like one of these guys turning pro at 18 or 19, so he doesn't have all that nervous energy. He's mature in there. And we're seeing wrinkles to his game. This guy's tough enough to at least take him into the second round. And so we just saw some body shots from Dinong. We didn't see that in the opening round.
Arlene Dinong. Is that really your son? I mean, because, you know, if he wins, somebody else might claim him. If you're listening to Thompson Boxing for the first time, guess what we do? We interact with you on the Facebook page. We do have some fun with it. No, it's a Saturday night. You're a hardcore fan checking it out. Usually related. Get you with it.
Dinong's one of those guys that also supplies his own sound effects for every shot.
Hey, that's good, though.
It's what Manny Pacquiao sounds like when he hits a heavy bag. The exact same noises.
And you've been there many a
Oh,
times.
yeah.
So that's the voice of Doug Fisher, the editor-in-chief of Ring Magazine. You were dropping some knowledge about a fight that you saw in a warehouse with Lupe Contreras.
I can't believe I remembered that, yeah.
In the middle of Texas in a warehouse, and Leo Santa Cruz's brother couldn't continue because he passed out.
That's right. Jose Armando Santa Cruz, and I think the guy who upset him's name was Francisco Trejo.
Sabrina Campbell, that's my nephew. Go Arnold, so proud of you. Let's go. All right, we'll let you claim him as a nephew. Second round of action, scheduled for 4. That'll do it with 2. Monchu, I'm related to Betha. Nah, man, nobody's related to me. It's funny, I get a lot of people say, oh, I'm a Duran, I'm related to you. I'm like, actually, I'm not related because my dad has no brothers. So there are no Duran cousins. And then I found out recently that my dad's grandfather was also an only boy. So there are no Duran. So I have people like, oh, these Duran, we're related. I'm like, no.
Nice try.
I did my 23andMe. Don't claim me. All of a sudden they want to claim us, especially around when we're in Vegas for a fight. Everybody.
Right. Oh, yeah. Give me that ticket hookup.
Monchu brings up a Hawaiian here. His speed reminds me of Brian Viloria, the Hawaiian Punch.
It's funny he brings up Viloria. I believe Dinong back in Hawaii trained at the same gym that Viloria trained at as an amateur.
Really?
Yeah, and of course Viloria was an awesome amateur. He was a 2000 U.S. Olympian.
Yeah, Brian Viloria now as a trainer. I think he has Chris Van Hardeen. Is that?
He's got. They train at the same gym. He trains fighters at the same gym that Chris Van Heerden trains at. Yeah, Van Heerden, a welterweight contender. But he has a young
Churchill
prospect
boxing.
named Christian Robles, a flyweight prospect. That's who Brian is training.
Yeah, Viloria, 2000 Olympian, been in some great battles over the years. Aaron Nagwan saying, watching in Phoenix, Arizona. Go Arnold. Uncle is watching here.
Ooh. The nice right hand landed by Dinong, and he's also working the body. And do you see the blood
on the back?
In the middle of the back.
Is that from the head, Paul?
Moreno.
So Moreno is cut from the back of the head.
There must be a cut on his head that's dripping into his back. That has to be from a clash of heads.
Yep. California, our executive producer, director, catching it all. As Moreno walks into a punch. Moreno holding not bad for a fighter making his pro debut. Usually you hear guys come in their debuts and you don't know what they're expected.
He's game, and he's got the toughness to go along with it. And I'm thinking either Moreno has a really good chin or maybe Dinong is not a puncher. It's one of the two.
Nathan Sparks, I'm related to both of these guys. There you go.
That's a good way.
You're related to both and you still couldn't get tickets. That's how exclusive the VIP was tonight. The Night of Champions.
That's weird. I see it now, the blood spot in the middle, on the back of his head. How did that happen? Oh, I see, like right there. When they're in a clinch like that,
all right.
they get really tied up. I don't see any sort of abrasion on the face of Dinong, though.
Now people are claiming California. All of a sudden. Mention his name once and people are claiming him. Minutes ago in the third round, watching Arnold Dinong, the undefeated Hawaiian, 3-0. Miguel Angel Moreno. He's got the black gloves from Monterrey, Mexico. Making his pro debut. Dinong weighed at 125. Moreno 127. And I'm your Irish uncle. There you go. And a good La Bamba reference. About time we get it, Ace.
Moreno was hurt from a body shot.
Yep. He's been grimacing since the second round. And he's making that face of, uh-huh.
No, he can catch to the head, so I think it behooves Dinong to put choice shots to the body.
Yeah, the gloves are different when you're a pro.
He's hurt. He's hurt.
Yeah, that body shot got him.
It was a left to the body. And you could see it in the body language of Moreno. Those punches affect him. They earn respect.
Final seconds of the third round. Good round for Arnold Dinong. Again, the Hawaiian. Getting to the fourth and final round. All you Hawaiians, look, I know you're in island time, but you better share. Coming up for Arnold Dinong. And for those of you that know, if Arnold did train at the same gym as Brian Valorio, let us know. Up next, Angel Ruiz, Roberto Almazan. Almazan is a tough dude. Don't let that record fool you. This dude comes to scrap.
Yeah, he's been in tough.
And Hardscape, Pacific Clay Products Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the fourth and final round.
David Love checking in. Appreciate you, David. Your opinions on all the fights. Matt McKinney jumping on. Fourth and final round. Isidro Lasea, I'll say the Hawaiian will finish the fight next round. Man, you are good, even though this is the last round.
If Dinong really concentrates to the body, that could happen.
Philip Monk, a KO is coming. Okay, let's see here.
Just stood Moreno up with a right hand.
Moreno still grimacing. Those body shots took a toll in the third.
And there's a two-piece to Moreno's head. There's a left dug into the body of Moreno. But Dinong is taking his time. He's not rushing himself. Doesn't look like he's seeking the knockout.
It's also very important for these young fighters to get rounds too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. A 20-second knockout, what does it do for you? Good left hook. You see a swelling underneath the right eye of Miguel Moreno.
And there is a bump. I saw it somewhere on the face of Dinong where I'm pretty sure their heads clash. Yeah,
that was a clash.
Yeah. So he's not coming out completely unscathed.
Very active. I like, though, that he attacks the body.
Well, he's upstairs, downstairs, and then that's good. Every round he's gonna target the head and he's gonna target the body. I'm seeing a nice variety of punches and a decent selection from Dinong.
Okay, it's different. You know, some of these guys, based on their amateur background, and Dinong, he's in his mid-20s now, so you're gonna have to move him a little faster.
That's true.
Got the Adidas boots, as long as you don't have the Adidas gloves. Got the Grant.
Grant is quality gloves.
Oh, those are expensive too.
Yeah,
huh?
and if you've got fast hands and you wear white gloves like Dinong is, it makes you look even faster.
Joey Moreno is going to rock the boxing world. Remember you read, okay, Joey, I didn't read it. I just said it. Why are you going to rock the boxing world? Let me know. Why? Really, though, THL, I appreciate that. Tell you, we read all the comments. Hey, do you know Joey Moreno? Let me know. Fight winding down. Opening bout. The Thompson Boxing Night of Champions, the Doubletree Hotel in Orange, California. Thompson Boxing, normally the Doubletree in Ontario. As Moreno gets hit, slips a little bit. Not a bad showing for the 30-year-old making his pro debut. Give a lot of credit to anybody.
He's a plucky dude. Got some personality. And obviously a lot of heart because he took some punishment in these 4 rounds. And it looks like Dinong, he's going to settle for a shutout.
Yep. Christian Pasqua says karaoke after this, Arnold. Oh, why? What does he sing, Christian? For Christian? We got a live band in the room tonight. At least it sounds like it.
Sounds live now, but it isn't.
Oh, is it?
It's good stuff, yeah.
Arlene Dinong say, good job, son. Nathan Sparks, come on, you gotta have better jokes than that one. Come on, bro. All right, Joey Moreno. You're saying Joey Moreno. We get it, but why? Why are you gonna shock the boxing world, Joey?
Ladies and gentlemen, they're going the distance here at Thompson Boxing Promotions. Night of Champions, all three judges turn in identical scorecards of 40-36. In favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision, still undefeated, the Hawaiian Pit Bull, Arnold Dinong.
Arnold Dinong improves to 4-0, goes the distance, gets some quality rounds. And Mark Antelans, they will be proud of you, Arnold, in Hawaii. Chihu, of course, the Hawaiian cheer. Abigail Dinong, good job, Arnold. That's my brother. You know what, Abigail? I'm going to say it is. That's your brother right there. And then everybody in Hawaii proud of him. The 808, he goes back with the victory. Bethel Duran, Doug Fisher here ringside, joined by the WBA 122-pound champion, Danny Roman, who is getting used to talking, right?
Yes, little by little.
It's come a long way.
Now, you recently had a press conference fighting on DAZN. You have an opponent, and you're defending your belt. Who are you fighting?
I'm fighting the IBF champion, TJ Duhaney.
And that fight is where?
I'll be at the Forum in Inglewood City.
Inglewood, the Forum.
My hometown.
Home of Doug Fisher.
I love home games.
Now, how many tickets can I get?
It's going to sell fast.
Wait.
Let me tell you something. No,
You didn't answer.
Let me tell you something. The tickets are priced right, and your fight is a co-feature to the rematch between Srisaket Sorungvasai and Juan Francisco Estrada, which was a Fight of the Year candidate from last year. I mean, that's an amazing twin bill there. Are you guys going to try to steal the show?
Yes, for
Is
sure.
it possible?
Yeah. Hey, man, for my part, I'm there to steal the show, and it's going to be my night.
You know what? Doheny reminds me of you because he traveled to Japan to win his title, and he's willing to fight often, and he's willing to face anybody, and he's very aggressive, very strong with underrated craft, just like you.
No, man. I mean, I got respect for him. You know, he did the same thing I did, so I know he's not just anybody. He's a champion, you know.
Now,
So,
Danny, we joke with you that you don't like conversations, you don't like talking because you like talking with your hands, you like showing them you're a boxer, you don't like wearing suits, but this is why we do these Facebook shows to get you guys more comfortable.
Right.
But you went at a press conference and you spoke, and I told you when I saw you earlier, like, dude, you look comfortable. But what's scarier, getting in the ring or getting in front of that press conference?
I think the interviews and the press conference.
That's amazing.
It's different, right?
Yes, it's different.
But to finally fight in Southern California, what's that feel like? Or it doesn't even matter, it's just a fight to fight.
No. I mean, it's I grew up in the city of Inglewood, so it's my like you said, my backyard.
It's your homecoming.
And like after you could say 2 to 3 years, I'm finally back. So I'm really excited. My family is ready to see me back home. Friends, fans, everybody wants to see me back home. So I'm excited for this fight, and it's just not any fight. It's a unification bout.
Yeah.
So what more can I ask
Hey,
for?
you know what? One of the first unification fights I ever covered as a full-time boxing writer was a 122-pound unification bout. You know who it was? It was Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera.
Jeez.
That was one of the most incredible fights I ever witnessed. And 3 of the greatest fights I ever witnessed from ringside was between Israel Vasquez and Rafael Marquez, also in the 122-pound division. The bar is set very high for super bantamweight junior featherweights. There's so many great fighters. Are you aware of that? You know, that legacy of this division?
Yes. You know, they've been even featherweight. You know.
Yeah.
So like, it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good card, but like, I plan to steal the show. You know.
Now, you also went to TJ's last fight,
Yes.
and as soon as he got announced as the winner, you were in the ring like, hey, let's go. It's not your style, but you got to do that, right?
Yes. Sometimes you gotta do it, you know, to pump the fight, and like, that's what I did to challenge TJ. And you know, he wanted that fight. I wanted that fight. Let's make it happen. You know.
That's
and
the great thing about you guys.
we're
No
not-
negotiating through social media. No hemming and hawing. Like, well, not yet. Yeah, down the line. Yeah, let's build this thing up and let it marinate. You guys were like, yes, of course. Next fight, we're gonna do it, and it happened.
Was it
Yes.
April 29th?
No, 26.
April 26th, Inglewood in Forum, Doug Fisher's backyard. Danny grew up there. He returns. He's been fighting all over the world. Now he has a chance to fight in Southern California. Don't ask him for tickets because Danny doesn't check his social media. He has one, Babyface Assassin, but he doesn't use it. So don't even bother. Then none of this like all of a sudden, hey, Danny, remember me? Because you went to Losing Your High, right?
Yes, I did.
All right, so if you want anything Losing Your High related, ask Russell Westbrook because you have a better chance to get a ticket from him than Danny Roman. If you want tickets, just ask me. I'll let you know where you can go buy them. That'll be on the zone. April 26th. Danny Roman, as always, appreciate you, man. Take
you,
care.
Beto.
We will see you soon. And no more interviews tonight, okay? Tell the people no more interviews.
No more interviews for tonight.
There you go. Tonight. Our next fight is ready to go. Angel Ruiz, Roberto Almazan, the one and only Lupe Contreras in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, entering the ring, Roberto Almazan.
Roberto Almazan coming in some rock music. I don't even know this song, Doug, but hey, I'm feeling it. He's from Matamoros, Mexico, 5'7", 141 pounds, 7-9 at record. Scrappy dude. This guy comes to fight. David Lund, we appreciate you for watching Thompson Boxing.
His opponent,
Angel Ruiz.
Rocking the Lakers jersey from Tijuana, Mexico. Ángel Ruiz. Hey, todos los del Team Relámpago, como Omar Leiva, share it. Mándenle share in el Facebook. Relámpago, Doug, his nickname, Lightning.
Lightning, right? That's one of the better Mexican nicknames.
I don't know why I'm translating it for you.
Yes, I did know that.
Coming into Kuzma.
He's supposed to be a real prospect.
I've heard that.
Yeah, and from what I've seen, this is my first time seeing him fight live. From what I've seen on YouTube, he has really nice technique. Keeps a high guard, works at jabs, got good footwork, good punch selection. He's accurate. Knows how to control distance really well. So he's pretty tall. So he uses that height and reach to his advantage.
Lupe Contreras.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with the action here at Thompson Boxing Promotions. Night of Champions this bout. Set for a distance of 6 rounds or less in the super lightweight division. Our 3 judges at ringside are Ron Stevens, Edward Hernandez, and Raul Cais Jr. Our ref in charge of the action once again is Sharon Sands. Introducing first, the fighter in the red corner. He enters wearing white adorned with the Mexican flag. He weighed in at an official 141 pounds. He enters the ring here at Night of Champions in his 17th professional bout with a record of 7 victories against 9 losses, 2 of his victories coming by way of knockout. De Matamoros, Tamaulipas, Mexico, Roberto R10 Almaza. Across the ring in the blue corner, wearing blue with neon green and black, he weighed in at an official 141 pounds. And he enters the ring an undefeated pro with 13 victories, 9 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Puro Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, Ángel Relámpago Ruiz.
Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Here's the belt line. Keep it above that. Touch gloves. Come out. The belt.
Let's look at this tail of the tape. They're the same age at 21. Ruiz is the taller man by 3 inches, and he has 3 inches in wingspan as well.
Bethel Durant, Doug Fisher here for our second fight of the night. For those of you wondering about Brandon Trejo, that is Damon Evans. Brandon will not be fighting tonight. His opponent did not pass a last-minute doctor check, so Brandon is off. He'll be back soon. Ángel Ruiz. Hector Vega tells us that Ruiz called out Virgil Ortiz a while back. Is that true or you just know?
You see, he's 5'10". He's got a 73-inch wingspan, that's considerable. And Beto, I want you to watch the front foot of Ruiz because he will step on the front foot of Almazan, and I think he does it on purpose. I think that's something he may have learned in the gyms out there in Tijuana. Showing a little bit of switch hitting ability.
Yep.
But he's somebody who likes to work off his jab, and he throws heavy. When he lets that straight power shot go, he commits to it.
Ruiz, 13-0, turned pro in 2015. His first 4 fights, 4 KOs, what you expect. He's fought at the Weston Bonaventure, also at the Fancy Springs in Southern California. 21 years old. I've heard of this kid, but haven't really had a chance to see him, so don't know, especially that 13-0 record and 9 KOs. You don't know what kind of opposition he's getting in Mexico as he drops Almazan, a body shot. Almazan is saying he got hit behind the head, but before that he was hit on the body.
Yeah, it was a right hook to the body, and then it was a right hook right above the ear, and it definitely affected the equilibrium of Almazan.
Almazan, 7-9. He's a veteran. He swings out.
You look at their bodies, and Ruiz just looks much bigger.
Another body shot and waves it off.
Wow.
Sharon Sands just jump in and said, that's it. Ruiz is like, Almazan is like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I think both boxers are disappointed.
Yeah.
Almazan didn't get a chance to warm up, and this is not how Ruiz wants to win. I'm sure he wants to score a nice, clean knockout, not where somebody's complaining about getting hit in the back of the head.
Dr. Andres Guerrero checking in on the fighter. And Almazan saying, I'm okay. Yeah, that's the thing about Ruiz. I've heard of him. I saw a couple YouTube clips of him, but you don't know the opposition.
Right.
He looks like he has the goods, has the body makeup.
Yeah, looks like a really, really good athlete. He's definitely got the boxing fundamentals.
Yep.
I'm disappointed. I'm just as disappointed in these fighters because I wanted to learn more about Angel Ruiz. And I guess we'll have to wait till next time. And I thought the fight would get interesting if it got out of the opening rounds.
Yep.
As we see how the southpaw from Tijuana set this up. That was a nice combination. Right to the body, right to the head. We'll see a better angle of it here. He's touching him with the jab. And then to the body and to the head. And he didn't fall into that trap of the high guard. He just like kind of tapped the high guard and then actually went for a different punch selection.
Lupe Contreras in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout concludes with an official time of 1 minute 56 seconds of the opening stanza. Your winner, by way of knockout, still undefeated, El Relámpago, Ángel Ruiz.
Ángel Ruiz. Now 14-0, 10 KOs. Y saludos a todos los que están mirando en Tijuana. So, interesting to see. I mean, there's something there.
Yes.
But once the opposition gets stepped up, it'd be real what we want to see about this fighter.
Right. There's still some question marks. We still got to see if he can take a shot. Still got to see what kind of stamina he has.
Coming up next, Taras Shelestyuk, our main event against Martinez. So that'll be our main event. For those of you wondering, well, Brandon Trejo will not be fighting tonight. His opponent did not pass a last-minute medical. Delta Duran, Doug Fisher here at the Doubletree in Ontario. Rocco Santomoro, is that you really checking in? Rocco Santomoro trains with Shane Mosley?
He's a fighter, that's right.
Yeah,
we saw him fight Diego De La Hoya.
Yes, we did.
One of those Canelo undercards.
Yeah, he came in. One more fight to go, Nathan Sparks. Appreciate you trying to get your jokes better. We know you're going to get main event stuff. Right now, let's take a chance to talk with Doug Fisher about his own news and notes. Now, Doug, the magazine, Ring Magazine, is what you're editor-in-chief of. What is coming up for it?
Well, right now, this is what's coming up next weekend, right? This is kind of the first fight this year that everybody is talking about and debating about, and the showdown between Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia. It's one of those fights where it's not something that hardcore fans were asking for. I mean, people wanted to see Spence fight the top welterweights out there, and here we have a top lightweight saying, "I'll make the jump and weight, and I'll challenge you." And at first, everyone's thinking, "Nah, Mikey's too small. He's going to get blown out." But it's one of those fights that, as the buildup has occurred, and as we get closer to fight date, and we hear things out of Mikey Garcia's camp, and we see him in interviews, and we see the confidence, and we trust him when he says he sees something. And we look at that record and the fact that he's won titles in 4 divisions, and he's 39-0, and he's, top 10 pound for pound, maybe top 5 pound for pound. There's more than a few people, boxing pundits, writers, and hardcore fans that are picking Mikey Garcia.
Now, Errol Spence, to get to this level, stopped Kell Brook, but it also
traveled to England to do it, so that shows some character, right?
But also, some people were like, wait a minute, has he really gone up against the tough competition that maybe Mikey had?
Good question.
So we don't really know if Earl can get into the deep waters, what to expect. So I'm really intrigued.
Brooke is still the best guy that
Yes.
Errol Spence has fought.
Yes,
he fought, Lamont Peterson and Chris Algieri, but those guys had seen better days. So, we still want to see him against an elite opponent. He's not in against an elite welterweight, but he's in against an elite lightweight / junior welterweight.
Got to give a lot of credit to Mikey Garcia for stepping up and taking that. Lupe Contreras always steps up.
Ladies and gentlemen, entering the ring, Martin Ángel Martinez. His opponent, Taras Shelestyuk. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with the action here at the DoubleTree, Orange, California. It is Thompson Boxing Promotions Night of Champions. This is the main event of the evening, set for a distance of 8 rounds or less. In the welterweight division, our 3 judges at ringside are Ron Stevens, Edward Hernandez, and Wayne Hedgepeth. At the sound of the bell, the ref in charge of the action is Raul Caiz Jr. Introducing first, the fighter in the red corner. He enters the ring wearing red with black trim. He weighed in at an official 146 3/4 pounds. He enters the ring in his 36th pro bout with a record of 18 victories against 16 losses, 1 draw, 11 of those victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Empalme, Sonora, Mexico, Martin Ángel Martinez. Across the ring in the blue corner, wearing blue with yellow trim, he weighed in at 145 1/2 pounds. And he enters the ring tonight at the Night of Champions, an undefeated pro with 16 victories, 10 of those victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, the real deal, Taras Shelestyuk.
All right, gentlemen, you received the instructions in the dressing room. Know what I expect? A good, clean fight. Legal punches, here for you. Open legales, here for you. Touch gloves, let the both of you.
Our main event ready to go, but the round Doug Fisher. Let's look at the tail of the tape for this one.
Yeah, Martinez is the younger man at age 28. They're the same height at 5'10", and Martinez has the longer reach.
Hana show to everybody watching in the Ukraine. Taras Shelestyuk, now living in Los Angeles, a Ukrainian Olympian. You'll see that Olympian tattoo on the right side of his rib cage. He's undefeated, 16-0, 10 KOs, the southpaw. This is our main event tonight. Thompson Boxing Night of Champions. This is where they have a boxing dinner show, so it's a different kind of crowd. So if it seems like a little quiet, it is. You have people watching fights for the first time, but they're getting a good show here at the DoubleTree in Orange. Martin Martinez is a fighter from Sonora, Mexico. He's tough, he's game. The interesting matchup tonight.
I'll tell you what, Martinez has been in with the tougher opposition as a professional. I mean, he's been in with a former champion in Mike Alvarado. He's been in with Michael Ferenes, who was a French contender from the Philippines, Alex Saucedo, who just recently fought for a world title. A number of prospects, including a tough guy from Kazakhstan named Ruslan Madiev.
He fought Madiev?
Yeah, he fought Madiev. He's been in there with some brutes. I'll say Shelestyuk is probably the best former amateur that he's ever faced, probably the most technical fighter that he's faced. But he's faced more experienced professionals than Shelestyuk.
Taras is nicknamed the real deal, but he's 33 years old and gotta move him. He's had it's been a while, some inactivity, some injuries, also management issues that he says are behind him.
And they're going to have to be very careful about the clashes of head. Now, Shelestyuk is a southpaw. Martinez is an orthodox fighter.
You see it. They'll stand on each other's toes.
And both guys tend to wing their power shots. Despite that extensive, decorated amateur background, Shelestyuk likes to kind of use his right jab as a measuring stick. He's pesky with it. He doesn't fire it out like a sharp rapier. And he doesn't deliver that left hand straight. He kind of, there's an arc to it. And he doesn't
back.
Yeah, he doesn't always hit with the knuckle part of the glove either. He kind of hits with more of the palm of the glove.
(2012) Olympic bronze medalist is Taras Shelestyuk.
That was the London Games.
Yep.
And his team, the Ukrainian amateur squad, did really well because I believe that was the second gold medal that Vasily Lomachenko won. And that was also a gold medal for Alexander Usyk, a Ring Magazine 2018 Fighter of the Year. Really the consensus choice for Fighter of the Year and the undisputed Cruiserweight champion.
First round winding down. It's scheduled for 8. The main event, the Doubletree in Ontario. Thompson Boxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to acknowledge our proud sponsors who make tonight's Night of Champions a tremendous success. Rush Truck Center, Sir Mix, Southern California Material.
It's second round. Keep the comments coming on the Facebook. As always, thanks to everybody. Actually, we had one comment from our good friend, the Ace of SoCal, Tony Contreras. If Mikey beats Spence, is he the #1 pound for pound, Doug?
You know, he'll make an argument for it. I mean, he's within reach. He's facing somebody who's undefeated, who's regarded as the best welterweight in the game, somebody who's, you know, in the lower top 10 of the pound for pound. You can make an argument. You know, there's no really, like, clear pound for pound favorite right now. I mean, a lot of people like Lomachenko, like myself and Ring Magazine. Others choose Terrence Crawford. And there are folks who think it's Alexander Usyk or the kid from Japan, the monster.
Oh, man.
Yeah, in a way, and I don't argue with anybody. I don't argue with folks. There's a lot of good folks. There's some folks who say it's Canelo Alvarez.
You told me about that Inoue kid, and then he made the magazine, and I started going back and looking at some of the fights.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Those the Japanese standouts don't waste time. If they show talent, you know, they're pros for like a year and a half, and their management says, okay, let's go for a world title. So what if you have 6 fights? Let's do this. Yeah.
Oscar Ortiz says if Mikey beats Spence, it's a strong argument. And what's happening to Mike Brown, MC Brown, 44, watching us.
What's up, Mike?
Also, always KO tickets, Jim Boone, saying, hey, there's boxing still going on. And thanks for the tweet, Jim Boone.
Yes, thank you for the kind words, Booney.
Letting the degenerates know. We're not degenerates.
No, the degenerates are the boxing fans who need this much boxing.
Well, I mean, I am a degenerate, too.
Well, yeah.
We'll figure all that out. As always, Linus Esquire. Appreciate you joining. He loves the fact that we have Lupe Contreras in the ring today, La Voz del Box.
What a professional that guy is.
He was in Guadalajara this morning. He worked a Combate Americas fight last night and jumped on the first flight out. Make sure to get to here to Doubletree in Orange.
Hey, he's a Hall of Famer.
Wait, do they put ring announcers in the Hall of Fame?
They do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Michael Buffer's in there, as well as Jimmy Lennon Jr. and Sr.
Yeah, I knew there was like an acknowledgement of him. I didn't know there was actually a Hall of Fame. That's awesome. Because we've seen some greats.
Yeah, I think Contreras is on his way.
And we've seen some guys in the ring.
You've seen some interesting stuff
Yeah.
when it comes to announcers. Yes, we have.
They are a unique breed. Anthony Saldana. Stag, what's happening, Anthony? Surprise you. Yeah, we'll see you in Ontario very soon. Does a great job covering the Southern California boxing scene.
Shelestyuk is getting into his rhythm. I think for Shelestyuk, it's all about staying on the outside, keeping Martinez at the end of his jab and eating left hands all night. You don't want to get into the clinches because if there's a clash of heads, my guess is Shelestyuk is going to come out with a cut. He's got tender skin.
And we've woken up the degenerates, Doug. Wait, did you just call me a degenerate? Monchu?
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
David Lund? Yeah. Ace? Yeah. And it's a good way. The cariños, they say. Out of love, out of love. Y saludos a todos los que están mirando en Sonora, México. Para Martín Ángel Martínez. Body shot from Taras.
And that's what we need from Shelestyuk.
More of that.
Yeah, because he's got such an amateurish style. And he's been a pro long enough. He's been in these a lot of the top gyms in the greater LA area. He's trained with Freddie Roach and Joel Diaz. He should have more pro wrinkles by now.
Yep. And Doug, this is from Shane asked, is there any truth that Spence got a favorable decision against Taras in the amateurs?
Yeah, they fought in 2010. That's
okay.
right. It was a close fight, though. It was close. Shelestyuk has a difficult style. He was difficult even against a hot young U.S. talent like Errol Spence Jr.
Lynn Brewer checking in, Team Brewer. Yeah, Richard Brewer, we just spoke with him. He's going to be fighting very soon at the Thompson Boxing card in Ontario. Make sure you guys go and check out the Thompson Boxing social media page, and they will let you know of everything coming up with the show. I know we're going to Sacramento, Doug, at the end of June.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. Nothing for Michael Dutchover. We're not going to Midland, Texas. Because Dutchover, I think, is on his way to bigger venues. Nothing against his hometown, but I think the way he's going, he's going to be fighting in some big-time cards very soon. He's actually in attendance here tonight. Third round of action scheduled for 8. Where are you guys watching this show from? Where are you degenerates watching it from? Where does Banchu live? And also you fine gentlemen that are watching with us tonight. It is a gentleman's sport. How's the mailbag coming along, Doug?
Hey man, it's been coming for let me think, how many years? 17 years? 18 years?
That long?
Yeah.
Back to the Max Boxing days?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Back to 2001.
Every Friday and Monday, Dougie's mailbag. A must-read. It's one of those, even if you're a casual boxing fan, you'll read that and you're like, wait a minute, now I sound smart. Nathan Sparks, there's no way you're in Iowa. You gotta be kidding me.
Now, here's the interesting thing about Shelestyuk. You see the ring generalship. You can see that amateur experience in his command of the ring. You see it. He's very comfortable in there, even when he's not been active, even when there's been changes in management.
The clash.
Yeah, he's got to be real careful of that, because I'm telling you, he's going to get the worst of that.
Nathan Sparks in Iowa. Bryant Sanchez in Colorado. Where are you at? Okay. There was that clash as Raul Caiz Jr. is going to check on him. What city are you in Colorado?
Something's bothering Martinez. I don't know if it's the clash ahead in his.
It was the elbow?
It's his jaw. Oh, maybe he caught an elbow.
Francisco Salazar, Beto and Dougie, my boss, just left Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson.
Oh, call it StubHub.
Driving back to Camarillo, Francisco does an excellent job, one of the best boxing scribes out there. And
yeah, hard-working fight scribe, and drive carefully, Francisco.
Yeah, a heck of a history teacher, social studies.
We're getting some fouls
Yeah.
here. We had an elbow that Shelestyuk landed, and Martinez paid him back with a south of the border shot. Made Shelestyuk do a nice little dance there.
Nathan Sparks, yes, I'm in Iowa. Do you need corn? Yeah, we do. I'm going to watch Field of Dreams tonight just for you. Brian Sanchez in Breckenridge, Colorado. What's happening? My nephew used to run the mountain at Breck. He was my sister has a house in Breckenridge. I've been there a bunch of times. Monchu, this degenerate is from Pennsylvania. All right. Lynn Brewer, Rancho Cucamonga. We'll see you at the Double Tree in Ontario soon. Tony Contreras outside La Mirage. I'm actually going tonight. Ace, let's go. The House of Boxing is checking in down in San Diego.
Nice.
Where Canelo will do a media day every now and then.
Yeah, and that was the name of my first website.
Really?
It's
House of Boxing?
Name. House of Boxing, yeah.
That was your first website, House of Boxing?
Yeah, that was more than 20 years ago.
Dougie, you were .com before there was .com.
There you go. Got to get in on the ground floor.
Good left from Taras.
I'd like to see a sharper jab from Taras and more body work.
Sam Ramirez, shout out to the production and camera crew. Nah.
You're cold as ice.
Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we acknowledge our sponsors. Make tonight's Thompson Boxing Promotions Night of Champions of Tremendous Success. Printamos, Normandy, Berg, and Darwin. Pacific Clay Products Incorporated. Easy Mix. El Dorado Stone de Acero. Commercial Bank of California.
Clark Dietrich, Chandler Aggregates Incorporated, Semex,
David Lum,
Simcoe,
Dougie, wasn't
Cali,
referring to the
Portland,
House of Boxing
Doral,
in Southern California.
and Belgrade
He was
Pavers
referring
and
to your
Hardscape.
website.
Oh, he was. He wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He wasn't referring to the gym, huh? He was, the whole House of Boxing. Yeah, that was in existence from '97 to 2001, I think.
How did you upload, like on a dial-up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like one of those AOL discs that they would send you to the house, or?
And you see, we're seeing some highlights here. Not a lot of offense from Shelestyuk, but he's winning these rounds. He is the ring general in there. And that speaks to his amateur experience, but we're not seeing like a more professional style from him. And I wish we did by now.
Triple B, Bernie Bromercell. Viva Beto, Viva Dougie. Appreciate you checking in, Bernie.
Bernie was a guy who would visit the House of Boxing back in the day.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Publicist to the stars, has Chango Cancio amongst his.
What a great story that guy is.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm so happy for him.
If you guys haven't had a chance, just Google Andrew Cancio champ, and you're going to love some of the stories out there. 130-pound champion recently, knocked out Alberto Machado.
Huge upset.
Not if you ask him.
That's
And
right, yeah.
He's the only one who believed in himself, and
Yep.
along with Triple B, Bernie.
That's called paying the cost to be the boss.
Yep.
And he's earned it. You're right.
Ryan Schuler, Youngstown, Beto. Always Youngstown. Go Penguins.
Wow. Now that's a fight town.
Oh, of course.
Hey, speaking of Youngstown, I'm going to be speaking to former middleweight champ Kelly Pavlik tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, for an article in Ring Magazine.
What do you, not to give away the story, but about what?
Well, he's going to talk about the Canelo-Daniel Jacobs fight. And, he's kind of like the last really notable American middleweight champ. And Danny Jacobs is
And
an
that
American.
dropped him.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There's
He
the
was
pro
stunned.
style.
He was stunned, and he moved him back. Here in the fourth, Martinez goes down.
And this is the kind of stuff we want to see from Shelestyuk. This is what gets people buzzing and talking about him. And it's the kind of momentum that he needs in his career right now. At age 33, there's no more time to waste.
Especially after a year and a half layoff.
So yeah,
Welterweight division, it's loaded.
Absolutely.
He's not ranked. So he was, but because of inactivity, was
That's
not
right.
ranked.
So he's got to get back in those rankings. It doesn't look like there's a lot of ring rust
No.
on him. He's somebody who must stay in the gym and stay fit. And obviously he knows what he's doing in there.
The experience, the training with Lomachenko.
Yeah, he's got good feet, real good feet.
Every Ukrainian,
Don't they? That's.
I don't. Did he do the dancing like Lomachenko too? I'm not making a joke. Like that. That's the footwork.
Yeah.
Look at Taras just showboating now.
Yeah, look at there. There you go. Doing a little Ukraine shuffle. And that was a nice double jab and then a left to the body. There's a jab to the body.
Yeah. Taras had a video crew following him around today. So I don't think he was really too worried about it. Roger Ruiz, Legends Gym in Norwalk, a hotbed of boxing lately. Great sparring. Checking in with us. What's up, Roger? Manager to Ryan Garcia. Shane Shoke says, Thomas Delorme next. That's a step up in class, right?
That's a good fight. Yeah. I mean, if he could, it would be good for him to get back in the ring as soon as possible, maybe against kind of a mid-level guy, and then take on somebody like Delorme, who's a legit, fringe contender. We watch highlights of this knockdown. Touches with the jab, and he snuck him, yeah. Just caught him with that left, and it hit him in the temple. And the follow-up wasn't much. It was that left to the temple that really discombobulated Martinez.
Yeah, the body shots getting to Martinez. Brett, saludos desde Guatemala. ¿Estás disfrutando este evento? Como siempre, saludos. We got a guy watching this in Guatemala, so thanks for putting it out there.
Thanks for tuning in.
So we had a Denmark checking in earlier. It said it was 6:30 in the morning over there. As we're going to look at Doug's unofficial scorecard for this main event. How do you have it, Dougie?
Yeah, I've got it a shutout so far for Shelestyuk. And Martinez lost a point in the last round.
Jeremiah Presser says, why not Shelestyuk and Pablo Cano?
Ooh, wow.
That's
a big step up. Now, you know, however, Shelestyuk's style is a difficult style for Cano. Cano is a dangerous dude, very heavy-handed. He's a young veteran. He's got great experience. But who was it that we saw Cano lose to outdoors?
Alan Sanchez.
Yeah, and Sanchez was a tall, rangy, stick-and-move cat. And Shelestyuk can stick and move, you know, obviously with that amateur background. That's a difficult style for Cano. But I would say Cano probably a little too much for Shelestyuk right now, unless Shelestyuk can get maybe another fight or two under his belt and really get sharp.
What about Taras Alan Sanchez?
Ooh, that would be an ugly fight.
That's
I don't want to see
ugly,
that. Yeah, I'm going to play matchmaker and say nah.
Yeah, it's also because
nothing would happen.
Yeah, and also Taras not being ranked. Why would anybody who is ranked take him on?
He's got to get back on the board.
Para todos los que están buscando a Juan Alberto Castillo, el Ciclón no va a pelear porque los médicos no lo dejaron pelear hoy en esta noche. So if you're looking for a Ciclón Juan Castillo against Brandon Trejo, that fight is off, as Castillo was not cleared by the doctors when he took his final test.
That was too bad because I was looking forward to that fight.
Harasho to everybody in the Ukraine. You're watching Taras Shelestyuk. Ryan Schuler says, looking forward to the Public article, Dougley. And I plan to borrow that Ukraine shuffle line.
Hey, Shelestyuk looking pretty good here. He's landing quick 1-2s, sneaking a left to the body every now and then. He just did it again.
Yep.
And he's aiming for the sternum.
You see the skill and the talent from Taras. A lot of people wonder, like, hey, does he have that desire? Living in Southern California, undefeated. Maybe it's better just to stay undefeated. He's a personal trainer also.
Yeah, I'm sure he gets good work. But with his command of the ring and with his amateur background and with what he's done so far, I mean, he's got a nice little professional foundation. He just doesn't have like a notable win. He just needs he's like basically a notable win away from the big stage. So if he feels like he can still do this, he's getting the Jimmy leg again. South of the border shots.
That was one of the veteran moves.
I like it, though. He just kind of shakes it out, though. Yeah. He doesn't ask for, a minute rest or anything. He's like, I'm good to go.
Belt Duran, Doug Fisher, our main event tonight. What about this one from Anthony Saldana? What do you feel about Daniel Roman TJ fight? Doheny.
That's going to be a hotly contested fight from start to finish. I see a distance fight, and I think it's going to live up to some of these awesome junior featherweight clashes we've had in the past. And as I told Danny Roman, the bar is set really high for that division. There have been just so many great fighters, from Brewer to Eric Morales, going back to Wilfredo Gomez. I mean, that's where he made his legend. 122 pounds.
And TJ has a belt?
TJ Doheny has the IBF title, and Danny Roman has the WBA title.
Always, as a friend of yours, Steve Kim would say, belts matter.
Oh, they do. Just ask Taras Shelestyuk. I know he'd love to get his hands on it. And I know there's great motivation just being from that team. He's seen two of his teammates go from the Olympics to, not just winning world titles, plural, but climbing the mythical, pound for pound rankings and becoming superstars in their home country and here in America and other parts of the world. Another one of his former teammates, middleweight, Sergey Derevyanchenko. He just fought for a world title against Danny Jacobs. I mean, had he won that fight, maybe he would be fighting Canelo Alvarez on May 4, but it was Danny Jacobs, and now Danny Jacobs has this tremendous opportunity.
Emmanuel Martinez, el Ciclón no lo dejaron pelear los doctores. Falló un examen antes de pelear, so no hay pelea para el Ciclón de Tamaulipas, Mexico. So, Ray Fernandez show a replay of the Brewer KO. Man, that's what YouTube is for, man. Go to the Thompson Boxing YouTube page. You can check out Brewer all day long. Click on the ads while you're at it.
Oh,
pushing him back.
Yeah, from a shoulder roll
Yep.
to a lead left hand.
Yeah, and
And
Martinez just bounced off the rope in front of us.
That was right on the money. And right before he landed that punch, that straight left, I was going to say that he's putting a little more stick on his jab now. He's not just pawing with it. He is still pawing with it here and there, but he's also sticking it out there. Getting some torque on the end of that jab and that left hand.
And that was a push down.
Yeah.
Thais Jr. jumps on it.
Shelestyuk does that. When you get in close, he likes to spin you around. And some guys aren't used to that, and they lose their balance.
Thais Jr. making a walk around. Okay, he's gonna talk to Taras. Yeah, that pushing around. I thought Lomachenko, you do that, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's not a crude shove. It's like he'll grab him by the elbow and spin him around, use the guy's own momentum against him.
Just enough.
And yeah, Lomachenko's an expert at it.
Well, they grew up together, trained by the same man, Lomachenko's father.
That's right. Anatoly Lomachenko, who was the fighter of the year for the trainer of the year for 2018, was the national amateur coach of Ukraine.
Shane, Dougie did not have a chance to score the Porter fight. We watched some of it while we were having dinner, but we didn't watch the entire fight.
Yeah, we saw it from round 4 on. From what I saw, I thought Ugas was more in command of that fight. It didn't look like a typical Sean Porter fight. He was trying to orbit the Cuban. He was trying to bounce on his toes from the outside and work his jab, but he wasn't accurate doing that. Wasn't as effective doing that than he is being a bull.
And we also had the zone on my phone, so
That's
we had 2 fights going on at once. Nacho Zuniga, True Boxing, in the Dallas Metroplex area, checking in. ¿Qué pasó, mi Nacho? This is Taras' year to make a statement and a run. Well, he's 33. You better.
I agree. His time is now.
Yeah.
If he's going to do something in this sport, he needs to have an active 2019.
As I said, no more management issues. The minor injuries are gone. Oscar Ortiz, did I have wine? You know I did. Cabernet, please. And sandwiches. 2 of them.
Shelestyuk working the jab, using in and out footwork, and he kind of faked him. He, did a shoulder roll and a lead left, straight down the middle, right between the guard, boom. And that was a product of timing and understanding distance.
Y saludos, Julianes. Appreciate you as always. Desde Venezuela. Does a great job covering Venezuelan boxing. Como siempre, saludos, gracias por todo, el apoyo. The Cosmic Bandito checking in Chandler, Arizona.
Yeah, he's a good follow.
Yeah, he is. Mike Brown, Auburn, California. See you in Sacramento. Oh, that Mike Brown. Oh,
Yeah.
I know you now. What's happening, Mike Brown?
Mike Brown is a long-time boxing observer.
Dougie, this guy says Denis Beninchink was another Olympian from that class, silver medalist with Taras and.
Yeah, that.
Is that how you say Berenchink? I'm sorry, I don't know how to say, but
that amateur squad from Ukraine, and they did very well in the world, the 2011 World Amateur Championships, and then in the 2012 London Games. They're on par with those great U.S. Olympic squads from 1976 and 1984 and the very underrated 1988. And we just saw my scorecard up there. No surprises. Shelestyuk is in total control of this fight.
easy control, and hasn't fought in a year and a half.
I think he's looking pretty good for that long off. I think he's looking pretty sharp.
But getting the ring rounds. Now, not that he needs the experience, but just to shake it off, getting hit a couple of times.
Yeah, he's getting warmed up. He's getting his timing. At the start of the fight, he had all the confidence in the world. He was relaxed in there, but wasn't letting his hands go then as he is now. So we're seeing him literally sort of fight himself into shape.
All right, so the guy's name
Fighting
is
shape.
Denis Buranchuk.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, I was messing up the name. As Taras Shelestyuk is jumping in.
Yeah, that Ukraine squad was no joke. And then for a while, they were all in the World Series of boxing.
That's what he's saying.
They were kicking butt in that series. That sort of semi-pro, I don't know what you would call it, a league, I would say.
Yeah.
Where top amateur standouts keep their amateur status, but they fight sort of 5 rounds without the headgear.
Saludos del Gallito Moreno in Sacramento. Seeing him in action soon.
And I tell you what, Shelestyuk's confidence is brimming right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
you see it, picking it up.
He's getting off with shots to the body and the head with impunity. And his punches are looking more professional and less amateurish as they did at the beginning of this contest.
All right, so that guy, Buranchuk, is 10-0 as a pro, and he dressed up like Mario last time out.
Oh,
yeah. He has these crazy ring entrances.
Right, I've seen that cat. Yeah, he's a prospect to watch.
All right.
And really, these guys, you can't consider them prospects because they were amateurs for so long and they turned pro in their mid-20s, and you know, they're good to go.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, we thank all the great sponsors tonight. For making another
The doctors are checking in on Martinez.
Ginger Masonry.
I think Martinez is starting to take some punishment.
And Caiz Jr., the referee, is telling him, his corner, I'm keeping a close eye on him. Doctor was there on the apron checking him out.
Yeah, I think Martinez is really frustrated. I don't want to say he's lost the will to win, but he's I would say he's bewildered in there right now. He just doesn't know how to get to this guy.
Another line from Steve Kim, professional resistance.
That's what he's provided tonight.
And Taras has not used the stool between rounds. And I agree with you, Shane. Taras needs to close the show here. The 8th and final round of the main event. The DoubleTree Hotel in Orange. Thompson Boxing's Night of Champions. As Ozzy Osbourne is going down, was it Crazy Train?
Yep.
Oh, man. I know a few songs, just a few. And he pushes him again. Martinez's corner is telling him, don't give him any kind of distance, keep him close. And he hasn't been able to get close at all. Big shot landed by Taras. Pushes down Martinez. And Caiz Jr. checking on Martinez, the veteran fighter. He's eating some leather now.
Yeah, Shelestyuk can't miss with the 1-2 combination or even lead left hands.
No.
As long as he throws them nice and straight, they will land. And it's okay for him to put an arc on that power hand as long as he aims it to the body.
The question is now for Taras' future for 2019. Who do you match him up against? I think we both agree we don't want to see him against fighters like veterans of the caliber of Martinez.
Martinez is a good, good, honest journeyman. But I mean, what's the best punch he's landed tonight?
Nothing.
Below the waistline.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the cup shot. That's his best shot. So we want to see somebody who can put legal hands on Shelestyuk. Yeah, fringe contender type. A veteran, somebody who maybe was a contender at one time.
The Delorme is coming in again.
Thomas Delorme would be a test. As Shelestyuk would be a test for Thomas Delorme.
Well, let's do it. Matchmaker Doug Fisher, along with Shane Schoch and everybody else on the Thompson Boxing Facebook page. Got some good interaction with you guys. Good job tonight.
The last time we saw Thomas Delorme, I believe he held Jesse Vargas to a draw.
Yes, he did.
So he's still at that level. He's still, if he's not world-class top 10, he's just outside of the top 10 at welterweight. Not quite sure if Shelestyuk is ready to jump in like that, but I mean, if he feels like he's got his timing from these 8 rounds, if he feels like he's ready to take on that quality of opposition, then I mean, they might as well roll the dice. He's 33 years old, and we know he spars with world-class guys in these gyms out here in Southern California. We know he was in with elite boxers as an amateur, and he himself was an elite boxer. Maybe they just roll the dice. Why not?
You never know. I don't know the management side, but those opportunities don't come that often.
It's true.
As the fight winds down, 10 seconds to go in the main event. Taras Shelestyuk and the journeyman Martinez. And that'll go the distance. Good interaction from everybody on the Facebook. Nobody clowning around. Good talk, good boxing talk tonight. Monchu, I'm not surprised that the degenerates can hold the boxing conversation, but you know how there's always one or two just a smartass that ruins
just trolling.
everything. Just troll.
Yeah.
I mean, we get rid of the trolls pretty quickly, but the conversation was really, really good tonight. I mean, look, you're watching this fight. You're a hardcore fan. We appreciate you guys as always. Make sure you go follow the Thompson Boxing social media pages. But the names that were brought up, the contributions that you guys had from the WB.
Yeah, these guys know their boxing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they know
too,
the
Doug.
amateur scene as well. Yeah, I've got Shelestyuk winning 80-71, which means it was a shutout, plus Martinez lost a point for being dropped in round 4.
Yeah, but you guys came strong with the
knowledge.
The knowledge, man. This is what makes the Thompson Boxing Show so much fun to work with. I think I'm pretty sure I can speak for Doug, is when you have intelligent boxing talk, it feels like we're in the living room with you guys.
It does.
This is a completely different broadcast. It's one where it really is yours, and it really is Lupe Contreras' right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're going all 8 rounds here at Thompson Boxing's Night of Champions. All 3 judges turn in identical scorecards of 80-71 in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision and still undefeated, the real deal, Taras Shelestyuk.
And Taras improves to 17-0. Gets 8 solid rounds of action. A good, clean win, and appreciate everybody checking in all over the world. And also in Southern California. Rocco Santamoro says good, clean win for Taras. And Coach Julian Chu. I think, Rocco, you worked out with him, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so, too. Manchu and everybody involved tonight. So we had good action. It started with Arnold Dinong, who got the victory, the Hawaiian Pit Bull. Then after that, Angel Rodriguez, a Relámpago de Tijuana, who came in rocking a Kyle Kuzma Laker jersey. I think that's the only Laker one. I think Lakers lost to the Celtics.
Didn't get to see enough of him,
no.
But he's one to watch, as is Dinong.
I'm really looking forward to seeing him. Angel Ruiz, and then the main event, Taras Shelestyuk. Final thoughts for you on this night, Doug?
I agree with our observers, the people tuning into this stream. It's a good, clean win for Shelestyuk. I look at his face. There's no abrasions. There's no cuts. If his hands are healthy, he should try to get back in the ring as soon as possible. If they can't get a name, somebody like a Thomas Delorme, then just a higher level journeyman and just get that activity in. You know, don't sit out. The time is now for Taras Shelestyuk if he's going to prove to be his nickname, the real deal.
The real deal is his nickname. He's now 17-0. Thanks as always for watching the Thompson Boxing Shows. Go to the social media page and find out when the next show is going to be. We will be in Ontario, and if you can't make it down to the Doubletree in Ontario, well, we're here for you on Facebook. And if you missed anything, you can rewatch it. Go to the Thompson Boxing YouTube and the social media pages. For Alex Campanolo, matchmaker and general manager of Thompson Boxing, Mr. Ken Thompson, the one and only, the founder of Thompson Boxing, and California, the entire crew. For my partner, Doug Fisher, I'm Beth Duran. Thank you for watching Thompson Boxing. Good night.